Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. I have a slightly dry throat. Nevertheless, I welcome you back to entry number 9 of my little log. So, what has been transpired? Basically, right now, for what it's worth, Chapter 1 could be considered as finished. Yes. Could be considered as finished for what it's worth. So yeah. Lots and lots of salt there. Lots and lots. The last segment, quote unquote, last segment has been written. It is, as mentioned before, at least in the written version of entry number 9. This is entry number 9, entry number 8. Excuse me. Sounding drunk and I'm not drunk. This is terrible. Terrible, I tell ya. Anyway, as mentioned in entry number 8, the last segment features the host. Still sounding incredibly drunk. Why, buddy, why? You have carried a little Christmas tree to your home. Am I that weak now? Really, buddy? I hate you too. Anyway. I need to talk more. Where was I? Yes. The host basically sits in his chair near the fire in his room, reading the letter and smiles. He has some questions for the author of that letter, but they have become rather meaningless over time. And he's just happy to hear from the author again after such a long period of silence. And I shouldn't introduce periods of silence because I'm thinking. I have it already written down. I just need to publish the written version. It's already there. Why am I thinking? Jesus. Anyway, he sits there near a fire in his room with a glass of whiskey and the letter and a smile. This whole thing, the whole chapter can still change. That's why I said for what it's worth. So I might still change everything again, or certain parts, and this last segment might be a huge contender for change later down the road. Right now it's 50-50. I don't know because I'm not later down the road right now. I'm still at the start. Later on I have to go over it again and change accordingly. To avoid repetition, to avoid the reader going, I already knew that because it isn't there. So on and so forth. But right now that's it. Again, a very small segment, but hey, it's done. only thing I still want to do to truly finish this first step of the first chapter is writing the letter itself, which I already know is also a huge contender for change, for being cut or being moved around. I already know that. Maybe I'm wrong, and it fits right there. But most likely it won't later down the road, and I have to cut it out completely, or move it, or change it, and move it, or whatever. Writing a bigger story properly is hard work. It really is. Props to professional authors. I don't know how they deal with it. They explain how they do it, for example, writing excuses. Those are published writers. But they don't really tell how they deal with it. They tell how they do it, but not how they deal with it. There's a difference there. Or at least I make a difference. One can do it, but not deal with it, and vice versa. But yeah, again, small progress, no big leaps. But again, progress has been made, which is something. Now, after I've written said letter, I will go over the entire first chapter again, segment by segment. I'll probably publish a few excerpts, or the segment itself, so I have input. I will not read them, but I will publish them. So you can read them in English and German and give your feedback. What's good? What's bad? Why is it good? Why is it bad? What can I improve? What do I need to cut out? What do I need to change? I may be, after this little journey of chapter 1, maybe a little bit blind to all my mistakes. I probably am. Most likely I am blind. I need some pairs of untainted eyes in that regard, that can see through the errors and point me to them, see what's good and what's bad, so on and so forth. Whew. That's basically it. I already know what segment I want to publish first for this process. The segment where the butler is walking down the empty hallways alone, which is probably also be the most promising and probably the best segment in the first chapter. So yay! The second best would be the one after that. So yeah. And that's basically it for now. I will export this audio now, upload it to YouTube. What does Twitch say? My test upload of something else is still uploading. I really need to write an email to them saying, dude, I have a problem with processing. Upload is just fine. That's just fine. If the upload would be shit, then it would be my end completely. The processing is... So I don't know if it is the video or if it is something on their end. I don't know. Don't know if it's a bug, if I just don't know. I need to send Twitch an email, or the Twitch support an email. Twitch as a site still, or probably doesn't want to cooperate. Twitch as the people behind the site, they can't cooperate right now because I didn't tell them shit. Because I'm shit. Keep that in mind. If you go somewhere and say, oh, that isn't working on the internet regarding websites, oh, that isn't working. If you do it on social media or YouTube or anywhere but support, then yeah. They don't know. They don't scour yours truly. They don't know that you exist in that regard. They don't know your problems because you don't tell them. And I need to tell them that I have a problem. Which I should do really, really soon, because it is rather annoying that I have that problem and I don't know from where it stems. I'm rambling. I had that in the written version. Why am I rambling? I should end it, the log, and redirect here. So I will say good night and sleep well.